we have to talk about Lana Del Rey. Yes. Okay. I just listened to, well, not just because I listened to it last night. I listened to A and W by Lana Del Rey, and the Lana Del Rey story is so interesting. Long story short, Lana Del Rey grew up, I believe, in Connecticut, which I think right now is voted like the most educated state in the country, or like number three or something, which actually is pretty interesting. But when she started adulting, she started living in a trailer home in New Mexico in a primarily Latinx community. So basically, Lana is a moocher. If you don't know what a moocher is a person who gets into relationships with people in order to not work. Women are notorious moochers. This is literally the stay at home girlfriend complex. If you are a stay at home girlfriend, Lana Del Rey is on your playlist. Do I have any problem with it being on your playlist? No. Now, the issue with Lana Del Rey as an archetype um, is the sort of, she in A&W, she is detailing the way that she's been using men for so long, and she's just capitalized off of her femininity, which a thing, like femininity and vagina is a commodity. Go listen to Drake literally talk about how your pussy's calling my name, I'm flying you out. Like, stop playing. Like, if you are a woman and you're trying to get in your fucking bag, all you fucking need to do is go work, really, and like really, like wherever you're working now. I already wrote that little finance playbook on budgeting, but and I guess what I could do is just like make that into a very quick video, and maybe I will. But um, where was I going with this? Oh, just drop like $500 at Sephora. Like, everybody's making beauty YouTube videos. You don't need to be online all day making beauty guru videos. That isn't gonna do anything for you. You need to actually go get into some fucking relationships. Like, go be a stay at home girlfriend. That's it. Like, that's the how you learned how to do it. You learn how to do it by actually being one. Like, so many of you girls are, I don't know how valuable you honestly believe that virginity is. I'm not saying that it is not valuable. I think that it is. But just remember, every single day in fucking Venezuela, men are throwing their virgin daughters in the street so that they don't become prostitutes, because all over the world, especially in Dubai, right? Like, men are buying virgins and then forcing them into sex slavery. And in America, the sort of like people are getting like pirated into, like, women specifically, but also like young men are being like pirated into sexual slavery. Like, Soft White Underbelly has an entire channel that's kind of devoted to people who are like still alive after this has happened. It is very sad. And especially coming from somewhere in the Bay Area where we actually live near streets like East 14th, that shit is like very fucking scary. Like, these are people that you guys work with and live next to that you think are so like great. These people are buying sex slaves. These people are contributing to prostitution. These people are subscribed on OnlyFans. These people are literally the money, okay, behind the sex industry that all of you guys hate so much. Somebody's funding this. It's a like $1 trillion industry. Stop playing. Like, women and femininity and just womanness. Like, your femininity is just you being a woman. It's a commodity. It just is. Sex is something that men will pay for. It just is. Um, and honestly, like, I feel like I'm understanding something about Lana for the first time. Like, I really liked Millionaire's Apartment Complex. It's a very good song. It's just good. It's really good. But A and W is on the other side of that, because I feel like men are just getting, so the men are getting frustrated, right? Because here's the deal. There's this idea of the trophy wife, which is basically this woman who's like beautiful, and then she turns 18 and she's like, she's got her like high school education, maybe she gets a college education, but if she's actually a trophy wife, she probably doesn't even get that. These women are married, they know who they're, like in long-term relationships by the time that they're 18, and I feel like because some of you guys don't see that, you think that it doesn't exist. It definitely exists, not really in the black community, because, well, black people don't have enough money to try to, they're not handing off anything. But there is no point in the world, in the history of the world, where beautiful women, black, white, other, don't have a literal place in society. What men are trying to do when they like demonize, okay, women like Cardi B and Meg the Stallion, they're trying to make you feel like, oh my God, if you're a whore, you have no value. But here's the thing, like, whores are making bank every year. I think if we're really serious, like, whores, most of them have pimps, and the pimps are taking in like what, $250,000 in cash for every one of them. Do you think they're not having fire wings every night? You be serious. I mean, Hustle and Flow. Maybe it's like funny as a movie, and like nobody would like. I'm sorry, but like, I mean, I don't know. I've never been a type of person who sells sex. I don't do that. I'm not an escort. I personally don't trade sex for money. Like, if I hook up with someone, it's because I think they're interesting. There's some reason, right? Like, it could be a number of reasons, right? Like, there's some reason, but it has nothing to do with money. Like, I don't have sex for money. That is prostitution, and I'm not a prostitute. I would highly encourage you not to participate in prostitution either. At the same time, I definitely think that you can approach the dating market as though you are very valuable. No matter what your like body count is, no matter what your body shape is, all of it. Like, in the same way, here's what's funny about the Ice Spice situation. And you guys can feel however you feel about that. There are men who, I don't know if it's because Ice Spice wrote a little song, a little bop that's like, I am, I'm not hooking up with these guys. It feels like Bia and like Bia, who else? The Ice Spice. They're all trying to do this. They're like, I'm so great because I'm not hooking up with these dudes, but they keep texting me. And at the same time, so you heard Ice Spice say this, right? But then she also goes on the song with Pink Pantheress, where she talks about some boy is a liar because he called her ugly. Um, that's those things are true and untrue at the same time. So what I'm saying is, like, in the same, there's one society in one world, and some guys think that Ice Spice is ugly. Some guys think that Ice Spice is attractive. Maybe Drake thinks that Ice Spice is attractive. I'm not sure. Like I said, I think that Drake should date Ice Spice. That is this is up to you. Personally, I would never date anybody like Ice Spice. I don't think Ice Spice is attractive. I also don't date women. That's not the point though. Like, there is a space for everybody. Like, in the same way that I think that Selena Gomez is attractively grotesque, I actually like some Selena Gomez songs. You guys have seen me like kind of move to some Selena Gomez songs. Um, and I think it's so funny. Like, people that, if you guys saw watching my other videos, somebody tried to call me like a man or say like I'm not attractive because I didn't have hair. All these things that they said, right? I think it's just hilarious. Because all I see, just all over in every form of media, because like Hollywood really tries to do the thing where they always give space to the most attractive people in society. Like, for a while they had this idea that it was like the blonde person, like Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe is very pretty, but at no point ever in history will she ever be prettier than Dorothy Dandridge. Dorothy Dandridge is the vixen that everyone alive would like to be. And like, if you are a girl and you are into pinup culture, basically being beautiful, being like a flapper in a sense, it's a whole era, okay? And cocktail bars and rent the runway dresses, cigarettes and Lana Del Rey are an entire moment. You can go out and you can chat it up with men without sleeping with them. And just imagine all of the, experiences that you might have. Maybe you guys should go listen to Billy Bossa Nova again to see what I'm talking about.